Hello, everyone. There's a topic that keeps getting discussed that a lot of people are having trouble with, that is a fairly simple concept to understand, right? So, if you're having trouble understanding how pulse and p hex, how will the prices start at zero? How is everything starting at zero? Then in this video, I'll help you. So, before I even get into that, I like to play this video from Richard Hart just to give you an idea of how this stuff works, right? Let's go.
Richard, could someone create a one-to-one E-hex P-hex bridge independently? That's not how that works. So the way bridges work is that you lock something on one chain and you release something on another chain. And then whoever has that thing that was released can reverse it and then unlock the thing on the other chain again. And so it's kind of like a transformer for electricity. So in your example, you talked about two different assets. And so if there's two different assets, then you can't bridge them because they're two different things. So bridge takes one thing, locks it, releases something that represents it, and then the thing that represented it can be used to unlock it. But in a situation that you're describing, where you have p hex and e hex versus each other, that's a market, and markets have to have price discovery. So I guess in theory you could make a one-to-one bridge, but if the peg ever fell out of one-to-one in the market, your bridge would break because it would stop being one-to-one because it would just empty. They would arbitrage you out and it would be emptied. So the only place that you're gonna be able to trade like E hex versus P hex are in markets, not bridges. Hope that explains it. So you could have a bridge which encapsulates E hex, hex on the Ethereum network, represents it on the Pulse network, and trades the Pulse hex native to the chain with the wrapped, bridged E hex, and then value discovery can occur E hex versus P hex inside the automated market maker or whatever market you want to use in Pulse. I think that you're going to see that. I think that's very likely.
Okay, perfect. That was a great example. So before we move forward, is some key information I have to lay down. These markets have no idea what dollar values are. If you spend $200 on 1,000 hex, and a year later that hex is not worth $200, it's still 1,000 hex. So another example, like what's happening now, we're getting copies on the other side. We're getting copies of what we have, nothing different. So how do we get value with these copies? How do all of these copies get value? Where does the value come from? And how does Pulse, more importantly, get value? Right. And that's where the bridge comes in. These things will have zero value until this automated market maker goes through the system and fixes the ratios 1-to-1. For Pulse, it'd be 10,000 to 1, right? And once Pulse is bridged with Ethereum, like Richard said, it'll unlock it. And that's where price discovery happens. Once the bridge is connected, and all PRC20s will have value, right? So this is an important concept for people to understand, for them to make a plan going forward. Because the people who thought they were going to get a 10,000x all over again, it's just not going to happen. For the people who think they're going to get cheap hex on the Pulse chain, it might not happen, right? These Pulse devs are talking about a 250x within 90 days. Okay? And you need to formulate a decision. And you have to know how these markets work and how they obtain value, right? And you just learned something today because that's all it is. That's exactly how everything is going to be. Right now we're in testnet. We'll have a snapshot, the bridge, and then mainnet should launch. That's how everything should work. I forgot the automated market maker, but kind of goes along with the bridge. So hopefully I can help you guys out with anything today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. It's been the Cosmic Kid. Peace out.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick pumpamento for you all in Filipino if you're listening. For Pulsechain coming out, all you gotta think of is, woo! Yeah! Woo! Pulsechain, bitches!